connection began in 2015, not long after Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's marriages ended. They both said that it was a revelation to meet the other person. Even before he met his future wife, Shelton said that he thought he was a bit of a jerk. Shelton and Stefani first crossed paths as coaches on The Voice. At the time of their relationship's start, he was divorcing Miranda Lambert. He went on to say, "I don't want to remember what I was like before Gwen." Coach John Legend commented, "I love the energy with them being on the show together. It kind of softens Blake a little bit." When Shelton told the coaches on The Voice that he was getting a divorce, Stefan's effect on him was praised. Kelly Clarkson, another Voice coach, concurred, saying, "I was a jerk to everyone. Look how nice I am now." The other coaches also agreed. Stefani was visibly distressed. He was unaware of the recent dissolution of her marriage to Gavin Rossdale. In 2016, on the day he recounted the Billboard story, "I glanced across at Gwen, a friend I hadn't spent much time with, and I saw that she was crying. I thought, well, she must be feeling terrible for me. Later, she confided in me." Their relationship blossomed from there, and I braced myself for more of the same. "We didn't know each other very well, so she kept to herself. However, she did tell me, 'I'm going through something quite similar to what you are. I understand and I loathe it.' And so began our friendship." Formed on that particular day, according to Shelton, it was a wonder that someone could relate to his situation. "Gwen saved my life by explaining that no one else on this planet could possibly understand going through a public divorce with another singer." Just like Shelton, who shied away from dwelling on his pre-Stefani self-relationship, Lambert, who, according to a friend, poured her resentment of Shelton into her music, eventually let go of the blame as she grew older. With Miranda's age coming up and wiser, she no longer holds Blake entirely responsible, yet the fact that they remain in regular contact serves as inspiration for her popular songs. Blake Shelton's towering stature, easygoing demeanor, and honeyed voice are as iconic to country music as cowboy boots and steel guitars. Draw in Oklahoma. Behind the charming persona, Shelton has crafted a career that has stood the test of time. In an unexpectedly honest revelation, Persona admits that he wasn't always the nice guy he is now. In an interview, Shelton said that he went from being a jerk to a better man after meeting his wife and soulmate Gwen Stefani. A country song may be written about this love tale. A story of redemption, metamorphosis, and finding hope in the most unexpected places. Before he met Stefani on The Voice stage in 2014, Shelton's life had been a tornado of fame, tragedy, and personal challenges. His career was booming at the time thanks to a series of chart-topping singles, sold-out concerts, and an increasing reputation. "Things were more challenging for me personally, even though I am one of the greatest personalities in country music." In the wake of his high-profile divorce from Miranda Lambert, which was in the news for all the wrong reasons, Shelton was struggling emotionally. Interviews, "I was just going through the motions," as Shelton admitted in a recent conversation. "I was good at putting on a happy face and getting my work done, but on the inside, I was pretty angry at the world, selfish, impatient, and probably a little bit of a jerk to the people around me." Friends and co-workers of Shelton's have expressed similar sentiments, characterizing him as a reserved guy despite his obvious appeal. When faced with emotional challenges, when Gwen Stefani, a platinum-haired diva with a voice as unique as her flair, became a coach on The Voice in 2014, she and Shelton seemed to be polar opposites. Even though it was a little town, Shelton remained country at heart. Teen who had a passion for whiskey, trucks, and fishing. Contrarily, Stefani was a California girl who had a history in scat punk and a penchant for high fashion, yet hidden under her their seeming dissimilarities, Stefani had just ended a 14-year marriage to Gavin Rossdale, and both Shelton and Stefani were looking for stability and purpose in their lives. Their friendship began innocently enough, with some lighthearted banter and jokes shared during filming breaks. However, as they spent more time together, Stronger bonds started to take shape. Stefani hadn't felt obligated to confide in him, but she did, and it was a turning point in their relationship, according to Shelton. "I didn't feel so alone in what I was going through," Stefani said. Shelton attributes this realization to Stefani, who taught him the importance of vulnerability. In an emotional interview with Rolling Stone, he said, "Gwen showed me that it's okay to let your guard down. I used to believe that toughness meant keeping your emotions in check, but she taught me that being honest about who you are is the true strength." As their relationship grew, Shelton started to see small but noticeable changes in himself. He became more patient, empathetic, and willing to put others before himself. "I began to focus less on my own desires and more on what I could do for Gwen and her kids, who are Stefani's 3 sons from a previous marriage." Stefani has spoken highly of Shelton, praising him as a grounding force during difficult times. She gushed on Today about how solid Blake is. "And chat with Shelton is like talking to a hug. He always makes you feel better and gives you hope that things will work out in the end." One of the most moving parts of his metamorphosis has been becoming a stepfather to Stefani's kids, Kingston, Zuma, and although Apollo Shelton had never been a parent before, he jumped at the chance to become a father figure and formed strong relationships with his children. "Sons and being a consistent part of their life, I had never idea I could love like way." While appearing on the Ellen DeGeneres program, Shelton made the confession, "But those kids, they make me want to be the best version of myself every day." His friends and fans have observed the change in his approach. One of Adam Levine's other coaches on The Voice made the remark, "I don't know what Gwen did, but she turned Blake into a freaking saint. The guy's a whole new person." Songwriting collaborations between Shelton and Stefani, such as Happy Anywhere and Nobody But You, are manifestations of the profound love they share. The lyrics express appreciation, pleasure, and a feeling of, "Gwen inspires me to compose love songs," a sense of fulfillment that was conspicuously lacking in some of Shelton's previous compositions. During a performance in Nashville, Shelton said, "Real love songs aren't about nursing a broken heart, they're about being so happy that you can't help but sing about it." Fans have enthusiastically welcomed this new chapter in Shelton's music, complimenting the sincerity and passion that emanate from his concerts as he reflects on his path. In a recent interview with CBS Sunday Morning, Shelton explained, "I wasn't a bad person. I just didn't know how to let people in." He went on to say, "I thought being tough meant shutting people out. But Gwen changed that for me. She showed me that love isn't about winning or losing, it's about being open and honest with people. In the company of somebody who enriches your life, love can change us in ways we can't even begin to fathom." And Shelton's tale is proof that even the roughest cowboys have their tender spots. Stefani called the July 2021 wedding at Shelton's ranch in Oklahoma, where the pair exchanged vows in front of a small gathering of family and friends, "the happiest day of my life." Shelton and Stefani are living evidence that opposites can attract and thrive together. "The most transformative experience in my life has been participating in the commemoration of their extraordinary love story and the path they trod together," for Shelton. In an interview he gave to CMT not long ago, he confessed, "I'm not the same guy I was before Gwen. Thank God for that. Gwen has improved him in every way, personally, creatively, and emotionally." Before he met Gwen, Blake Shelton said he was a jerk. An unusual display of sensitivity from a guy who has lived in the limelight for so long. Stefani is also a demonstration of how love can change a person and how important it is to meet someone who pushes you to improve, according to Shelton. Fans may look to Shelton's continued writing, performing, and sharing of his life with Stefani as proof that even the hardest hearts can be softened by the right person, because Stefani is more than just a muse, she's a partner who has improved his life. It's evident that this cowboy has finally discovered the woman who will be his queen, and the two of them are building a lasting legacy of love, music, and personal growth.